I hope you've enjoyed Ramadan Bites so far. As Chair of New Horizons, I want to give a really big thanks to everyone that's contributed to these videos, everyone that's viewed them, and I want to really thank our team that's worked so hard to bring them out every day. Please continue to like and share the videos and spread the word. I originally wanted to say something more spiritual about the last 10 days of Ramadan, but following the referendum I've been really preoccupied with that, and I know many of you must be as well. Whichever way you voted, we now have to look ahead. I want to start with a positive note about the beauty and dignity of our democracy. Despite the passionate differences and arguments we had over the last few weeks, we went to the ballot box and we now have to accept the decision that the nation has taken. The Prime Minister resigned because his views were out of sync with the majority, with the popular will. I think of countries like Egypt or Syria where dictators hang on to power regardless of the trauma and the stress and the chaos it causes in the country. Or countries where there are no elections. But we have had a divisive few weeks here. An American friend of mine was asking me about this, and I said, look, we've gone through moments like 7/7 that were deeply traumatic to us. But in some ways we pulled together after that, and yet now we just seem so divided. I'm convinced we are a great nation, and I'm convinced we will pull through. We've done it before. I think uncertainty is one of the key words of the day. Uncertainty about the economy, about who the next Prime Minister is going to be, about Scotland, Ireland, our future role in Europe, the markets, house prices, the money in our pockets. I'm also aware of the disappointment that may yet come. We've already heard that the NHS may not get as much as promised, and we may not actually be able to do that much about free movement of people. Only time will tell how much control we have won back. No doubt people feel really let down by the political elites, not only here but in the US and elsewhere. When people feel they have nothing to lose, well, they have nothing to lose. When people are afraid of where the country is heading, we need to engage with that question, we need to understand that voice, and we need to listen to it carefully. I've also heard Muslims and the descendants of migrants arguing for Brexit because they thought that there's so much xenophobia out there in Europe, we would be better off disconnected from mainland Europe. Fear of what others will do to us is one of the most basic and evolutionary concerns of humanity. It goes right to the core of our sense of survival. Yet, great leaders brought people together at times of adversity. We saw that when Winston Churchill brought the nation together during World War II. We saw that in the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who brought the Arab tribes together and stopped the wars of the clans. Here are 3 things that I think we need to think about as we look ahead. Firstly, we've got to understand that it's not racist to be concerned about the impact of immigration on local services, schools, hospitals, and so on. To ask tough questions about our jobs, about housing, and even the integration challenges of immigration. We need an open conversation about these issues. Secondly, at the same time, we can't blame immigrants and migrants for poor management of our economy, for the way in which we have deliberately made cuts to local services. Most migrants actually boost our economy. One problem is that the money that they pay in taxes doesn't always go back to the places where they live. Thirdly, as we saw from the life of Jo Cox and her message, we have more in common than that which divides us. We need to move forward and heal on that basis, on the basis that as a nation, we truly do have more in common than that which divides us. While we think about the uncertainties we face, we also need to know what needs to be done at the grassroots, in communities, across faith institutions. We need to sew things back together. We need to rebuild relationships and mend the discord that we see in front of us. There's a hadith, a statement of the Prophet, that says, "Shall I tell you what is better than prayer and charity? It's mending the discord between people. Beware of hatred, because hatred strips your religion away from you." Our country has been shaken to the core in the last few days. But the story we tell our grandchildren of what we did after we decided to leave the European Union is one that's yet to be written. Enjoy the last few days of Ramadan and have a wonderful and happy Eid. And please, like and share our material, and support us wherever you can. Thank you very much.